We did the first reissue of the Blind Faith Tele in 2019 out of the custom shop.
Yeah.
And Todd Krause built them. The major difference, aside from the custom shop versus not, is that the neck is full full nitro lacquer, whereas the custom shop one had the warm brownie all the relicking on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Is there a cover?
There isn't a cover in the case. Would you like one?
Would it be?
You didn't have one in Blind Faith.
Well, I took it off. But when you would buy
you get one.
a telly, it would be everyone took them off, but you'd have it. But I think some people have rested their hands on that. I think if you're going to be true to the original.
Well, all right, I'll ask. But speaking true to the original, when you had the neck pickup on, did it have a very dark, bassy tone to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the way they were from up to about 66, 67. And then they went to having it be a more usable guitar.
So it was closer to the.
And so this one comes out of Fender with the modern pickup circuitry, but in the case is a wiring diagram and all the parts to convert it back to the 50 spec. So you get best of both worlds,
Yeah, that's a nice idea. Because I never used. It was so different.
Yeah.
It was just purely like Barney Kessel.
In February '68, you were.
Yeah, I didn't realise I had it when I was in Creek, because it looks like I think we were.
But it has the rosewood strap.
Yeah.
I changed neck on that fingerboard. Then it goes over to the Blind Faith here, which is this. And then, of course, the neck comes off the telly and goes back on the Strat, and you've got the Layla Brownie Stratocaster.
Yeah.
And I've got visions of you with all these guitars and parts.
Bits of parts.
Yeah, in the kitchen, in the house.
Yes, that's right. It's exactly right.
Swapping them all around.
Yeah, good fun. Well, that was the thing about Fenders. You could, like Meccano, really, like Lego, couldn't make your own guitar, which I did.
Yeah.
With Blackie, it was made of 4 guitars.
Yeah.
And best neck, best body.
But the thing with a Strat neck, you can put a Strat neck on a telly, but you can't put a telly on a Strat because they've got a different heel size. You see this gap here?
Yeah.
That's it. You see, it isn't actually a perfect fit because that's the way it's imperfect, because a telly would fill that gap.
I know,
a Strat
replicated that.
Wouldn't it? Yeah, so we replicated that.
Go them full measure.
Yeah, which we tried.
I didn't even, fantastic. I don't know where I first saw one with the purfling. It would have been a country guy, probably.
Because you had a telly in the Yardbirds.
Yeah.
And I was wondering.
I had a red one, I think.
Yeah.
Pinky red.
Yeah.
But then I saw, it could have been someone like Waylon Jennings, although he would play a leather covered.
Right, he did.
He did, yeah.
Did you use the Telecaster when you were in the Yardbirds? Did you use that to record the solo on "I Ain't Got You"? Because that was
I think so. I was really keen at that. The thing with the Strat, which is such a small detail, is that these are uncomfortable to play. Whereas the Strat's got that scoop.
You mean from the body perspective?
Yeah, the body is like that scoop.
Yeah, the comfort console.
Didn't Jeff he cut that out, I think, of one of his tellies.
Yeah. They call it a belly cut.
Yeah, belly cut. That's what it is, yeah. I think that was really one of the reasons why I moved on, or just thought the Strat was so much more kind of comfortable, usable,
But you always owned the 335, and the 335 had what you call the purfling around the body binding, and maybe you were attracted to buying this guitar because of the very rare on a Fender to have that.
I thought it was a great idea,
Yeah.
A very cool thing to do.
So,
because it's a kind of ancient, it's an ancient primitive shape with a modern touch.
Yeah. And then you would have, obviously in Blind Faith, you I always loved Presence of the Lord. I always thought that was just one of the most scintillating pieces of guitar playing I've ever heard. And I was thinking that sounded very Telly-esque as well.
It could have been.
Yeah, that's the riff.
It's great. Great sound. Nothing like that.
I'll show you where the serial number is.
Yeah.
On the neck.
Yeah.
Look at the number. EPC 000. Eric Patrick. That's for you.
Lovely touch, yeah. Fantastic.
That's for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Great.
And we got your signature.
Yeah, up there. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
Everywhere you look on the guitar. But I love that. I mean, would it have been a problem for me to put that in there?
No, because
it does
the telly came that way.
But I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Until now.
That's well, you know. Now you know.
Now I know.